Sponsored by EA. Let's spin the wheel to see which Winx fairy we are making today. Looks like we're making Aisha. Hey everyone, it's AlluringSimmer here, back with another speed cast for our Let's Make the Winx series. If you missed the previous creative sim of the fairies, then consider to tune in the playlist linked in the description and on the screen to see all the fairies we've made so far. We only have 2 more fairies left, and we also only have 2 more weeks until we get the new pack, and we'll be able to take these fairies and actually see them in the gameplay. And before we get into this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying the vibe. I really appreciate all the support I've received so far on this channel. Thank you for all the comments, the likes, and for all the new friends that have joined the channel. Again, if you're watching and you're enjoying the content, be sure to click that subscribe button and make sure to click the bell to turn notifications on. In case you didn't know, I am part of the EA Creator Program, and you can use my code when purchasing the new pack or any Sims 4 DLC. There are select packs currently discounted for the EA Summer Sale. Consider to use my code AlluringSimmer to help support me and my channel. So let's talk about the Winx fairy that we're making today. Her name is Aisha, and she is the fairy of waves. She's similar to Stella, which is the sim that we made previously, in that she gives great advice to her friends, and she also speaks many different languages and is very trustworthy. She is the Chimera astrological sign. Her favorite color is orange, and she loves dancing and sports, which is why I selected the specific traits for her, being active and dance lover. Her favorite pets are horses, and she's best friends with Flora, which is also the sim we made in the previous CAS video. If you haven't already seen my creative sim of Flora, I will have it linked in the description as well as on the screen so you can check it out. A random question that I want to ask you all is, if you were a fairy, what kind of fairy do you think you would be? Comment down below. Would you be a fairy of nature, a fairy of music, or something else? I personally think I'd be a fairy of creativity, if that can even be a thing. I love getting crafty, and I think I'd use my powers to be able to create things to help people. A little bit more about Aisha is, other than the fact that she loves dancing and sport, she also loves swimming, so overall she's just an active girly. Her favorite kinds of music are R&B, pop, and hip-hop, and her favorite food is pasta. As we get closer to the beginning of the Let's Play, I'll be going back in and making edits to each of the Sims to add those little details about their personality, like their favorite colors, their favorite hobbies, just the things that they enjoy to do. That way we can give each of the Sims that are part of the Winx Club their unique personalities. So let's get into making this sim. When creating this sim, and for the most recent fairies that I've created, I've been really basing it off of their actual outfits from the show. I feel like for the first few fairies, I kind of just, used their outfits as inspiration, but a lot of the outfits were just ones that I put together based off of their color palette, while these ones are heavily inspired by actual outfits that they wore on the show. I honestly feel like she was one of the easiest fairies to create in terms of her outfits. She doesn't have a lot going on with her looks. I feel like hers are fairly simple and the color palettes go together really nicely. I actually didn't make an outfit similar to the more casual outfit that you see in the bottom left of the screen. I did a cargo pants outfit instead for her everyday, and then I did the cargo skirt for her hot weather. So you'll see now that I'm making the cargo skirt one for her everyday outfit, but I decided to switch them around later on, realizing that there was a better look that I could use for her everyday outfit. Despite her favorite color being orange, she tends to wear a lot more green, pink, lavender, and blue, but I'm going to make sure to keep her favorite color in mind when putting together her bedroom, like I did with the previous Sims. I feel like most times they wear colors other than their favorite colors, but I feel like their rooms can still have elements to show, that is their favorite color and have something that represents it. I would honestly say that the hardest challenge when making these Sims is actually a challenge that I created for my own self, which is making the choice not to download CC specific to every single Sim. I didn't want to have a bunch of CC that I would probably only use for this Let's Play, so I tried to really make use of the custom content I already have in game, as well as just using the stuff that I have that came with the packs. I think that despite that making a bit more of a challenge, it's also made it kind of fun and made it so that I don't have a bunch of CC that I probably won't use use in other instances. I feel like I took the time at the beginning of making all of these sims to download some fairy themed CC just so that I would have stuff that I think would work for their fairy outfits. But for their like more casual looks, it's been a lot easier to just use what I have and kind of just make it inspired by their actual outfits from the show. As we get closer to the end of this series, it's kind of making me sad because I've really enjoyed making all of these fairies. I do want to present a little challenge that I have for all of you watching, and I'll probably make a dedicated video for this shortly just to announce that it's happening, but I wanted to share it with you all, first, so you kind of know what to expect. So basically, I'm going to be creating a shell challenge where you guys can take the shell and turn it into some sort of fairy themed build. You can turn it into a residential lot, a community lot, whatever you want, as long as it's inspired by fairies in some way. And I might be taking some of these builds and adding them into my world once we start this fairy themed let's play. The other option that I'm presenting to those who prefer create a sim and just making sims over building is to make a fairy sim yourself and then submit it on the gallery, and I will just be adding those sims into the world. And I thought it'd be a fun way to get y'all involved into the let's play that we'll be creating, either by making a build or by making a sim. So if you'd like to participate in this little challenge, the due date is going to be July 26th, 2025. And basically you can make a build using the shell that I already have uploaded on the gallery at AlluringSimmer using the hashtag AlluringFairyShell. So all you would have to do is go to my gallery, download the build with the hashtag AlluringFairyShell, and then you would take that shell and turn it into your own build. All the rules for the shell challenge are in the description of the build. So make sure to read those rules carefully before submitting your interpretation of the shell challenge. As for those who want to make a sim instead, the hashtag is going to be Alluring Fairy CAS, Alluring Fairy CAS, and basically you would just make any fairy themed sim, making sure that you're not using CC for the build or for the create a sim, so that way all the items will show up in my game. I'm really looking forward to see what sims and what builds you all create, so consider to participate. You have a little over a month to create your sim or to create your build, and I also did it in this way so that way if you want to wait until the new pack comes out on July 10th, you'll have time to use the stuff from that as well. But again, stay tuned for a more dedicated video sharing the shell challenge as well as the create a sim challenge, and I'll also give more details and all the rules in that video, so that way if you don't get a chance to check out the description of the builds or you're still a little bit confused about how the challenge works, I'll have all the details in that video upcoming later this week. This will definitely be one of the first steps that I'm taking to get the YouTube community more involved with a lot of the content that I'm creating. There will be more things coming soon, but I definitely would love to see some of you participate in this challenge and get to know more members of the YouTube community as well. One thing that I would recommend adding in your description, if you decide to participate in this challenge and you're coming from YouTube, put the hashtag YouTube when submitting it to the gallery as well, so I can see how many people are joining from the videos. Some other ways that you can get involved with the community is by joining the Discord. I have a link to the Discord channel in the description of all my videos, so consider to join, get involved, chat with us in the community, and share your sims. I would love to see some of the sims that you're creating, builds you're creating. We have channels to share what things you're doing in the game, and also share other games and other things that you enjoy in terms of hobbies and just lifestyle type content. So again, consider to join the Discord. There's always a link in the description, and I would love to have more members be a part of our community. Another way to get involved outside of YouTube is by following my Twitch channel. That's the most interactive way to get involved with the community because it's live. You can chat with me. I do also live stream on YouTube, so you can just join the lives there as well. But those are two ways to get more interaction with me and also just get more involved with the community in general. And don't forget to follow me on my socials. I have a Blue Sky, a TikTok, an Instagram, AlluringSimmer on all platforms. Search my name, you most likely will find it. And I'd love to have more people, check out my socials and be able to share more of my content with you when you're not on YouTube. I think it's super important to always share my goals with y'all. So that way, if you're able to, you can help me to reach some of these goals, especially when it comes to the content that I'm creating on YouTube. And one of my biggest goals for the end of this month is to hit 1,000 watch hours. So consider to watch these videos all the way through. Be sure to check out some of my playlists, watch them all the way through. There's lots of content and lots of different kinds of content. Whether you prefer create a sim or builds, there is many options for you. I also want to do more tips videos for The Sims. So if there's anything that you're curious about, any questions you have about the game in general, feel free to comment them down below and maybe I'll make a video sharing how to do these things. My goal for the end of this month is to hit 1,000 watch hours and by the end of this year to hit 3,000 watch hours. That way we can be a part of the YouTube partner program and I'll be able to monetize the videos that I create. Another goal that I have for this channel is to hit 1,000 subscribers and we are like almost 70% of the way there. So again, if you're enjoying the content that I'm creating, be sure to like, comment, and always subscribe. Make sure to turn notifications on so you'll be notified whenever a new video goes out and you don't miss any of the content that I'm putting out there. I really believe that we'll be able to hit these goals in the time frame that I have set for most of them. So I really appreciate any and all support that I receive for this channel. Be sure to also share the content with friends. You can share on your social media platforms. The more eyes that get on it, the more likely that YouTube will push it out in the algorithm and we'll get new members that are joining the YouTube community. And as we get close to the end of this creator sim, it was so much fun making Aisha and putting together her cute little green and lavender looks with little pops of blue and pink as well. I feel like her outfits are super cute and it was really fun just putting all of them together. I hope that you guys enjoy this video, and if you did, please give it a like. Comment down below what your favorite part was. Which fairy are you looking forward to next? We only have 2 left, so let me know which one you think we might get in the next part. And be sure to check out Wednesday's video when I create the bedroom based off of Aisha. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.